So I am just on this whole other level of excitement. Ever since we announced that XMD is coming, and it is a momentum like we haven't felt in so long. It is a movement that is happening. You get on board, you gonna move. You ain't got no choice. If you are working, you're gonna move. And last night or Monday night, we did a training, and there were so many of us here for the GLPX launch where we sold out like 3 weeks, 6 months worth of product in 16 days. And then so many of us were here during COVID when we like grew like 600% and things were crazy, y'all. I honestly believe that those are going to be minuscule compared to what is going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And we've been saying you've got to get loud. And Jan and I, and Danelle and Lacey, we talked about like what we wanted X impact for the month of October to look like. And, we wanted to educate you on the peptides, and we wanted you to get excited and start getting loud and start knowing, what the support products would do and all these things. But we wanted you to have the information from the source, and we wanted you to hear from our beautiful CSO, who I think if anybody's more excited than me, it's probably her. I mean, she has put her heart and soul into this. She has been using them. I was honored to have her at my home the beginning of August, and to hear like the whole story from her. How could we not have her on? So you guys give her some love in the comments. Our CSO, Sarah Bjorgaard. Sarah
Oh,
B.
good job. Good job. Thank you so much, Melissa. Gosh, you guys, it's an honor to be here tonight, really. I got a chance to leave work a little bit early. I told them I'm like, I've got to exit this plane because I am headed home to be with Melissa and team. And so I'm just so honored to be here. And it's great. I see Stacy. Good to see so many faces. I love seeing all these faces. A lot of you that I've met before. So thank you for taking time out tonight. You could be anywhere else. I always say that, but those who show up, go up. We know that for certain. And so it's great to have brand partners on here. And if we have guests, I would love for you to drop me a little heart in the chat. Just let me know if maybe this is the first time you are ever hearing anything to do with Xyngular. My name is Sarah B. I always go by B. You guys have heard me say that before, but most people can't spell or pronounce my last name. So anyway, I have been with Xyngular for, I can't even believe this, 8 months. It seems insane that 8 months has flown by like crazy. But I've been in the network marketing industry for 34 years. So this is really all I've ever done. I was a cosmetologist for a hot minute, but during that time, I was also selling some type of product at some company at that point. So I have loved network marketing. It has literally changed my life. I went from being somebody who was living paycheck to paycheck and not being able to say my name in the front of a room and have no self-confidence and no self-esteem to really being who I am today and traveling through this career journey that I've had from working my way up from the bottom to becoming a CSO, a corporate president. I've had a lot of different roles, which has been so fun. But I will tell you this, I started my network marketing journey out doing a person-to-person business. So I was literally selling product, producing inventory, those types of things, and selling product. And I did that for 16 years, and I loved every single second of it. I loved a team. I had a huge team. I had a lot of leaders. Never in a million years thought I would transition out of something like that. So if you're thinking, gosh, I could never do network marketing, or you're sitting there thinking, man, I don't know, why would you ever walk away? Well, listen, I got divorced, got remarried, and I wanted to have babies. That was my biggest thing, is that I wanted to have some kids, but I had some trouble getting pregnant. So I don't know if there's anybody in here who's ever had fertility issues. It is heartbreaking, and there's a lot of testing and a lot of things that go on during that time. And so I knew that in order for me to have kids and be with my new husband in the whole 9 yards, it was like I was not going to be able to travel all over the country like I used to do, because of course we didn't have cell phones then, we didn't have the internet then, we didn't have the things that we used to do or that we have today to build the business. And so I made a crazy decision to take a corporate job in network marketing, mainly because I wanted to stay in the industry that I loved. I have seen this industry change so many lives, both financially, personally, from products, just so many good things. And, it wasn't like I was going to college and then thought, man, I'm going to do network marketing for the rest of my life. That was so not my thing. But the reality is, because it changed my life, I wanted to stay in the industry. And so I moved into a corporate position that allowed me to sort of stay put with my kids and raise babies and do all of those great things. And then I was recruited after several years to move to Idaho. So I grew up in Minnesota, worked in network marketing there, built the business there, then was recruited to move out to Idaho Falls, Idaho, which was so crazy to me and never been in potato country ever. Had no idea what I was moving into. But I worked for Melaleuca for 4 years or so. And then I was recruited to move to Arizona to work for Plexus, and then recruited to move to Salt Lake City to be the president of North America for Young Living. So if you've ever done the Pink Drink, Oils, Mary Kay, let's see, I've been in all those places, my friends. So it's been a ton of fun. While I was at Young Living, I had a great experience there, met some incredible people. But during that time, I went through a lot of stress. And if you've ever been through a lot of stress, drop a one in the chat if you're kind of the person who's been through a lot of stress in your life at some point. We were going through COVID, and you guys know the crazy time during COVID. If your business went like this or life went like this, it's like it was a direct hockey stick, right? Everything was growing. Every supplement in the industry was growing. Nobody wanted to get sick. Nobody wanted to die. Nobody, nothing, right? Everybody was like, give me every supplement to stay healthy. And so all of the industry just went, it was a rocket ship. And I was managing about 700 employees directly and indirectly with supply chain, marketing, sales. It was super crazy. So the stress was bananas. And during that time, I developed an ovarian cyst that was 44 pounds. And so that was absolutely insane. Most people don't believe me. I have a picture I would show you, but I would gross you out for the night. So I won't do that. I won't show you any Halloween pictures, but it was the best wake-up call that I could have ever had, because post that surgery, the doctor said to me, do you want me to show you what I took out of you? And do you want me to give a recommendation? And I said, well, yes, of course. And so she showed me, and I was kind of flabbergasted. But what she said was that you need to change jobs. You need to quit your job because this job is so stressful. This is a stress-induced problem that you have. And she said, you have to make a change. And I was devastated because I love network marketing and I love the corporate side as much as I love the field side. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm going to live on love. Maybe that's the deal. So my husband and I made a decision that I would quit my job. I was a primary breadwinner. We would figure something out. And that's what I did. I walked away. And then in about 2 months, if you know anything like about me, like Steph said, that's how I thrive. I thrive on crazy and chaos a little bit. And I'm type A, so I love to work and get things done. And a network marketing company fell back into my lap. And so the girls were like, girl, you need mental wellness. If anybody needs mental wellness, it is you. And so I was like, okay, I ran across some products that were mental wellness, had no intention of building a business at all. But I unpacked my box. You guys have all done this, right? This is the same story we say all the time, but I unpacked my box on social media. I had never done a Facebook Live, didn't have an audience, didn't have a following. And I had 30 some enrollments on my first day. Insane, just insane. I was like, how is this that everybody needs the same thing I do? But of course, we all came off COVID. Everybody was just coming off that. So anyway, long story short, I built a business that was 110,000 people in about little less than 4 years. Technically, that happened within 3 years. And it was by seriously the grace of God that I decided that I would teach myself how to do social selling. So I went from doing person to person to a combo of person to person and social selling together. And you listen, it wasn't easy, right? If you're trying to teach yourself social selling, those are some serious skill sets that you have to learn and practice and re-practice every day, make tweaks and changes with the algorithm. But it was an incredible opportunity. And again, never thought I would walk away from my team and in the incredible business that I built. But I knew Oliver Dibley. And if you know Oliver Dibley, Oliver is the president of Xyngular, but he was the chief sales officer. So he was doing my job that I'm doing at Xyngular at the company that I was at before. And so I got to know Oliver and his wife. And Oliver just kept telling me, it's like he was the career whisperer. He kept saying, look, we're going to do something so incredible here. You have no idea. I need to have you on the team. I need to have you on the team. You love innovation. And I'm thinking, I'm not walking away from my team. And then I tried dragon fruit trim sticks. And that was the end. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this so much more than what I'm selling right now. This tastes so good. It's lovely. I felt full. I was like, I feel so good on this. And so I kept thinking about it, and he kept kind of dripping on me. And eventually I was like, look, I think I have to make a change. The company that I was at, we acquired a company and got acquired right after that. And so you can imagine the crazy. And so it just seemed like a good time for me to make a change. And so I decided to join the team at Xyngular. And I've had so much fun. And I'll tell you guys, if you are a guest on the call tonight and you're thinking, Man, why Xyngular? Why network marketing? Well, one of the things that I love about Xyngular is that we're super field first, right? All of our owners, so our owner, our main owner, Rudy Reback, has been in the industry for a bazillion years, and he cares only about the field. Like every time I talk to him, it's like, will this be good for the field? Will this be good for the field? Can we pay the field more money? I mean, that is all he is worried about 24/7. And I love that about him because I came from the field and I believe so much in what you all do and your businesses and your success. And so it's just great to have ownership that feels that same way. So to me, that's the most important thing. But I also love the product line. So on top of that, I love the product line. And I love the fact that we were about to explode with innovation. So did I know that we were going to do GLP-1s? Right at that moment, I did not, but I knew that we had some really cool things on the horizon based on what Oliver was saying. And I think we probably 10x those in the last, little while. So with all of that being said, Melissa talked about the fact that we are about to launch XMD Wellness, which is our new precision healthcare. So we're combining nutraceuticals with pharmaceuticals, which is a really cool opportunity. There's one other company in network marketing that has the pharmaceuticals, but they don't have all the nutraceuticals that we have. And so we have this beautiful stack of both the pharmaceutical and the nutraceutical really giving us an edge. So here's why I think that's so cool. I have been on my own GLP-1 journey for 26 months. So 26 months ago, I went to the doctor and I was feeling pretty crappy about myself. I had gained over 40 pounds. I had hit perimenopause. If you've ever hit perimenopause or andropause for men, you know what that's like, right? You're gaining weight, you're having hot flashes, you're feeling stressed, your moods are all over. And weight, of course, is always in the middle, right where you don't want it to be. You have no waistline, you can't lose it, right? No matter what you do, you go to the gym, you eat better. It's like, I was kind of at the point where I was like, I give up. Like, I guess I'm going to be just heavier. That's just what happens when you get older. And so we did some blood work, and she said, look, I'm going to tell you some pretty scary things. Your blood work, yes, you're absolutely in perimenopause. But what I will tell you is you have 1 point away from being pre-diabetic. You have high triglycerides, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, potential sleep apnea. And the list just went on. You guys, oh, I mean, I was crying. I was like, what? She said, if you continue on this way, you will not live another 10 years. And my mom had a heart attack when she was in her 50s. She had another heart attack when she was in her 60s. Heart disease runs in my family. Also, I have the Alzheimer's gene that runs in my family. And so there's just a myriad of things, that I was like, wow, this is the second wake up call. Like I'm almost getting a gift, right? I got the first one with an ovarian cyst and all the stress. And now I'm getting a second wake up call post like perimenopause. And so she said, I want to prescribe a medication for you, but I need you to agree to something first. And I said, well, what's the medication? And she's like, it's a GLP-1. Have you ever heard of a GLP-1? And I'm like, oh man, yeah, I've heard things. Anybody else ever feel like that? Like I was nervous. I was thinking, I mean, I don't know. I've heard side effects. I've heard the negative side, and not a lot of people were on them quite yet. 2 years ago, it wasn't quite as hot as it is right now. And she said, look, all the side effects you're having from the medication that you're on, that I'm about to put you on to lower your cholesterol, are going to be way worse than the potential side effects you could ever have from a GLP-1. She said, I really think we can pretty much get you off most of your stuff. And we can reverse most of what's happening in your body if you will follow my recommendations. And so I was pretty heartsick. I was sitting there, I was crying. I was like, I don't know. She said, but I need you to draw a line in the sand. And so I said, okay, give it to me. Like, what do I have to do? And she said, here's the thing. Number one, you have to break up with food for the rest of your life. You have to change your eating, and you can never, ever, ever go back to the way that you used to eat. So I wouldn't say that I ate bad. I'm a crazy ingredient freak. I do everything organic, non-toxic. I don't have toxic cleaning supplies in my house. I don't use toxic chemicals on my face or my hair or my body. Like we just don't do that because we had tons of issues when my kids were little. But what I would do is, French fries and good carbs. I mean, I'm a carb lover. I don't know if any of you are in love with carbs as much as I am, but I do love carbs. I mean, popcorn is my favorite food in America. So I was thinking to myself, man, and so she said, I need you to completely break up with carbs. I mean, high protein, low carb, no sugar, no alcohol, high fiber. And she goes, and I just need to do that forever. And I'm like, my gosh, what can I even eat? And she said, you'll be shocked when you start to eat healthier, how great you're going to feel. And I'm like, okay, so I made a decision that day. I never went back. to eating the way that I was eating. I literally walked out of there and changed everything because I thought if I'm not going to do this, I will not be around for my kids to graduate high school or to have babies or to get married. And so I just knew. So she put me on a GLP-1 medication. I started on tirzepatide. So if you guys are, doing a little bit of research, why did I start on tirzepatide? Well, I'll tell you, semaglutide, totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people do really, really well on it. It targets one fat receptor. Tirzepatide targets two fat receptors and has less side effects. But it is more expensive typically than semaglutide. So I said, well, I have the financial means at the time. She said, it's going to be like $1,200 a month. And I just about died. I was like, oh my gosh, $1,200 a month is a lot of money, right? And so I thought, okay, I can't do eyelashes. I can't do fingernails. I'm going to have to get some less expensive cosmetics. I'm going to have to maybe get my hair done a little less. But the pain of staying the same was greater than the pain of change. And I knew that I had to do something because I did not feel good in my own skin. And so that's kind of where I was. And so I went on this journey, made all these changes. I hired a personal trainer, which I hate working out. I didn't know anything about the gym. I felt intimidated every time I would walk in by the bodybuilders, right? I felt like an idiot. And so I chose to go with the old people. So the old people would go to the gym at 1:20 in the afternoon, and that's when I would go. So I would always feel good. I was like, but by the way, I was the same age as the old people. So whatever, you guys can just be excited about that. So all of us that are in our 50s are in the gym around 1 o'clock because everybody else is working a normal job. And I started going to the gym 3 days a week, doing a little bit of strength training. I didn't do really any cardio because I don't love cardio. And I just did the 30-minute sessions and it was great. So making all of those changes, I was able to, within 6 months, drop 43 pounds and 6 sizes. And it changed my life. It changed everything. So on the 6-month mark, I went back and did my blood work. I am off of all medication. I have normal blood sugar, normal cholesterol, normal heart rate, not on blood pressure medication. Like literally what she said is exactly what happened. So I want you to know if you're feeling a little bit like maybe I'm uneasy about GLP-1s or I have questions yet about GLP-1s, I'm nervous about them, you have all the right to feel that way, right? There's been plenty of info out there, but there are so many studies now about the benefits of GLP-1s. So for those of you who heard me speak at convention, you heard me tell my story there. But the crazy part of it is my family was so freaked out about me trying GLP-1 medications. And I'm like, look, it's either that or be dead. I don't really know. I have to do something different. And then they waited for me to see my results. And every week I would call my mom and I'd be like, you're never going to believe this. I'm down like another 4 pounds. I'm down another 3 pounds. And she's like, this is so sickening. I'm so sick of you talking about losing weight. And so finally they decided they would get on too. And lo and behold, 420 some odd pounds later, they have all been on them except one sister. So I have 5 siblings. Everybody's been on GLP-1s and over 400 pounds in a year's time. So my family looks radically different than how we used to look. We do not even look like the same human beings. My one sister was over 300 pounds. She's down to 140 pounds now. And she just looks incredible. So what they've done for our family is wild. I mean, certainly I don't want to make any promises. They are obviously my own results. But I will tell you this, that my stepdad just recently went into the doctor. He's been sort of early diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's or like some type of dementia. It's not quite there yet, but we can see the signs that are coming. And he's been able to literally be off the medication. And I would just say stop whatever symptoms he was having. He doesn't have them anymore. Most of that we believe from losing all the visceral fat around the belly, from kind of balancing all of the blood sugar and, eating better. He doesn't crave sugar anymore like he used to. And, they call Alzheimer's like type 3 diabetes, right? All based on your blood sugar and crazy. So just know the power in that is so incredible. So why I'm so excited about this at Xyngular is the fact that we can change so many more lives than we have today. We have incredible product, but what if someone also took the pharmaceuticals to really kind of boost their whatever they want to do in their body, whatever it is their goal is. So you could either do sort of the macro dose and really lose weight, or if you want to do something like a micro dose where maybe you're just trying to have better cognition, you're trying to have less inflammation, or maybe I should say more compliantly, it would be to support your body's inflammatory response. Oh, Eric would be so proud of me. Anyway. So there's lots of different things that you can do with GLP-1s. It doesn't have to be the full dose. It can be a tiny little dose. A micro dose is like 0.125, I think. Tiny, you can do that once or twice a week. Or you can do the full dose. I started on 0.25, which is a loading dose, and then moved up to 0.75 and then back down to 0.25. But I'm still on them and I love it and I feel great. And so I just continue to maintain the weight that I have. I have not been in the gym. I can't even believe I'm saying this since the day I started at Xyngular. So 8 months. I'm craving the gym again, of course. But I've been able to keep muscle mass too. And a lot of that is to do with the protein intake. So boosting your protein up over 100 grams a day. And then also putting something in your medication. So I have glycine that is compounded into mine right now. And we will have L-carnitine in ours. So both of them will help protect muscle loss, which is great because your body tends to sort of attack the muscle before it will attack the fat. And so you want it to attack the fat beforehand, so you're not losing all your muscle mass and bone density as well. So anyway, you guys, I think we're going to be able to help so many people. I don't know how many of you on here are just itching to try it, or maybe you're already on a GLP-1 journey. But I have to tell you, we were collecting testimonials today for the new XMD Wellness website. And watching, if you are on and you have a great testimonial, please send it to me because we want to be able to feature you on the website. But I mean, we were tearing up, the whole corporate team around the table, watching the testimonials come in on the life-changing piece of this. So what I will also just say to kind of wrap up, before I kind of share with you, for those of you who are brand partners on the call, maybe some things you could be focusing on right now before we hit the launch, is that there are certain products that I for sure had to take while I was on a GLP-1 journey before I started at Xyngular. So I'll just tell you, I boosted by taking a protein powder. And of course, by eating tons of, I like meat. So that's just me. If you're a vegetarian, different story, right? But I eat a lot of red meat and a lot of chicken and all of that good stuff. But really boosting my protein intake. One side effect that I will say that I have, besides being cold because I've lost so much weight, I don't have a lot of subcutaneous fat to keep me warm anymore. So I'm cold more often than not. Is that I'm always thirsty. Always thirsty. It's just part of it. It's part of the journey. And so electrolytes are a really big deal. And I love our spring. I wish I would have had it before because I think it's delicious. I don't love a salty electrolyte. And because ours is a coconut water base, it is lovely and delicious. So I drink spring all the time, but definitely high protein. Electrolytes was a big thing. A good multivitamin. So we have Action, which is awesome. And then Trim Sticks, I think, is a really good add because I'm always drinking all day. So it's nice to have something different, Trim Sticks and spring. And because Trim Sticks kind of helps to balance blood sugar and also get rid of some of the cravings, I like it because it's sweet and it kind of gets me out of thinking I want to eat some candy or, whatever, something during the day. So those are just some critical pieces. The other one that I would say that I wasn't taking that I wish I would have during the journey was collagen. I did not realize the power in collagen, and we have such an incredible complete collagen, both the unflavored and the pina colada, and now peach mango. You guys, by the way, can we just talk about peach mango, orange passion, and lemonade together? Good governor. So good. So good. So that's like my new crush. My new girl crush is that combo. But those are just some of the support products that I feel like, regardless of if you were ever going to buy products from Xyngular or you needed to buy them somewhere, you're going to have to probably supplement with something. And of course, we've got clear protein. So, for me, I'm drinking sour red candy right now. So, in a little island slush. I'm like the drink girl now. That's what I've become, the drink girl. Anyway. So those are just some of the reasons. And my story, the fact that I'm just so excited about it. And quite honestly, I probably made Oliver do this GLP-1 thing because I walked into his office one day and said, I really think we should do GLP-1s. I really think if you watch the trends, watch TikTok right now, watch Instagram, it is literally all people are talking about. But what's crazy is I have friends of mine that are MDs and they are talking about how they have almost gone strictly to GLP-1s and reduced even prescribing medication anymore because the GLP-1s get to the root cause of the problem before you really just have to cover the symptom up with a medication. So I was like, this is going to be something bigger than we think it is. And sure enough, you're seeing more peptides every day on the market, which is so cool. So we're going to launch with GLP-1s and GIPs, which is tirzepatide and semaglutide. We'll have the name brand versions as well if you want those. We'll also have some compounds in ours like B12 MIC, NAD+, and L-carnitine, and there might be one more that I'm missing. And then coming out in the next events, we're going to have an even bigger rollout. And what's coming for Leadership Summit, for those of you who are in Xyngular right now, it's as big as GLP-1 in the peptide space. So just get excited. It's only going to get better. Our roadmap this year is insane innovation and explosion. That's all I can say. So Melissa asked me to share maybe what I would focus on right now as you're waiting for the lead up to the XMD launch. So if you're a brand partner here, and even if you were a guest, The time is now, right? Get in now before the launch happens. The launch is going to happen in early November. I'm going to announce it tomorrow in the XDC, the official date. Oliver's also going to announce it. So if you missed my training on mastering the invite tomorrow, you'll hear it from Oliver. He's also going to go live in the XDC, but you will all know the official date. It's going to be a big launch party, and we are going to rock it and roll. We're expecting thousands of people to come in on day one. Literally, because so many people are building a waiting list of people, the momentum is going to be insane. In fact, today we talked to our IT company and made sure we leveled up the number of servers we have so we can handle the website traffic. Also, our payment processors to make sure we can handle the payment processing. I mean, we are preparing for massive, I actually got goosebumps, massive growth, which is so super cool. So all I would focus on right now is talking to, I would literally have conversations with everyone you know. Everyone sees peptides on the market. They may not know what it is, but if you've got a hot, warm, cold list, if you've got a Frank's list, a chicken list, whatever you want to call it, of people that maybe have checked out of Xyngular at one point, maybe they stopped using the product, but this would give them a reason to come back, or you've got friends and family who you know are struggling in perimenopause, andropause, those types of things. This could be a good solution. People who have thought about peptides, but they're kind of scared about peptides, that would be a good group of people to talk to. But I would reach out to every one of those people individually, not by text, but by either voice clip or conversation. And I would just give them a call and say, you're never going to believe this. We are launching something so incredible and rare. I'm going to have the opportunity to offer precision wellness to all of my clients, which means you'll have an opportunity to work with a telehealth provider. So I don't have to prescribe anything, obviously, right? A telehealth provider that can prescribe GLP-1 medications and help you with your journey, whether that's perimenopause, menopause, andropause, whether that is getting your weight back in control, getting your life back, right? So literally it's just the reach outs. There's no major script. It's just authentic conversation with people, and start either getting them in on a like a support stack, or I would say a prep pack right now. So you can do gut flow and gut collective. Those are great ways to start, because detoxing the gut is a good idea before you get out of GLP-1. It's just a good idea to get your fiber intake up, kind of help detox a little bit, get kind of things in motion. You're going to feel a lot better on it, which will be good. So I love the prep packs that we have right now. And then when the launch happens, they'll be in and ready to go. And I don't know if you've seen any of the math. I'm going to show this tomorrow in my Mastering the Invite training, but talking about how easy it is for someone to earn $712 with 5 enrollments, 5 people, 5 referrals. All you have to do is share with your friends. And the way I think about it is this. Network marketing has been the most incredible business, I think, out there, quite frankly. And it was cool before Uber and Lyft and Amazon affiliates and all the affiliate companies, right? So we were the cool thing before all of those things came out. And then all of those things came out, and it sort of split all of our attention, right? There are people that have multiple links and people that do multiple things. But the real is this. In network marketing right now, you are going to have average, ordinary moms and dads who are your neighbors right down the street from you, who are never thought they would want to be in a network marketing company, or never thought they would want a side hustle, but they're going to lose weight and their 5 friends are going to see it. And what do you think is going to happen? They're going to ask them, what did you do? And they're going to say peptides, and be like, oh man, how do you get that? Oh, I can help you with that. That's literally how easy it is going to be to refer people and help people earn income. And all of a sudden, with 5, 6, 7, 10 enrollments, they're going to hit manager and get their first commission check of $712 or $1,200 if you're selling both the support stack and the microdose or the tirzepatide, whatever, right? So think about that. Who do you know that could, maybe benefit by an extra $1,200 a month? I mean, I know a lot of people. I have executives. I say this a lot on training calls, but I have executives on this street. I think if I look down, I only have 6 more houses on this street. And I think everybody is an executive in a company. Almost every one of them in the last 2 years has been laid off from their job. Don't you know that they need money too? Doesn't matter what their current income is. Doesn't matter. They have kids in college. They have things going on. They have health things with their parents. Everybody needs a little extra money. And so who wouldn't want to just take a product that they could obviously almost get for free based on their commission and make a little extra for their family? So I do think for me, it's literally 100% focus on who can I get in right now, and who can I build in a list that says, maybe I don't want the supplements, but maybe I just want to get on XMD so that they're ready to come in when we go ahead and launch and go live. So with that being said, Melissa, I'll turn it back to you, but I'm happy to answer any questions or whatever you guys have from there.
Oh my goodness, Sarah, thank you so much. I do have one. I do
Yeah.
want I do want you to tell them one more thing. So if someone were to get in now, what do you foresee for them in the next 1 to 2 years, and then in the next 5 to 10 years, if they go all in and this is, what do you foresee? What is your vision?
Oh, so okay. I mean, I'm a big thinker, but I mean, I don't know if you want me to be realistic because I kind of think like I'm way out here, right? Because I'm already thinking billion-dollar company. If I think way out, I'm thinking billion-dollar company. There's no way around it. The reason why I say that is we were just at a direct selling news conference just recently where all of the corporate staff from all of the companies in the Valley and everywhere else get together, and we were the people. We were the people that everybody wanted to be. In fact, we were getting text messages sitting around the table as a corporate team wondering, do we have a job at Xyngular? Is there any openings? Like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happening. Even the corporate people were saying the same thing. So in the next 6 to 12 months, this is what I foresee happening. We become a household name in nutraceuticals and pharmaceuticals. It never becomes that people don't know who Xyngular is or they don't know who XMD Wellness is. They're going to know. It's going to happen. So in my mind, we become a household name. And what's powerful about that is, what do you think else is a household name? Okay, I could say Elvis is a household name. That's not a product. I could say a pink Cadillac is Mary Kay. That's a household name. I could say Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Frito-Lay. I mean, those things are household names. What if we could be a household name and everybody just knew that we just go to XMD Wellness to get our peptides, and to get our support stacks, we go to Xyngular? I mean, that's my thought, is in the next year, I really think that's what happens. And then in the next 5 to 10, 12 years, I can easily see 500 million in sales. I can easily see $1 billion. And I just think this corporate staff has the vision for it, and our owners have the support for it. And that's what's the most important, is we have good synergy between all of us and we're all moving in the same direction. That's rare to find, by the way. Most of the time it's this between executives and owners, but we have this. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sarah, thank you so much. I think I can speak for every single person on the Zoom when I just say we feel it. We can see it, we hear it, we feel the shift. We feel that it's happening now. You just gave us like a whole full picture, your story, the strategy that they can have, and at the end, the vision. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I am all in for this. I am ready. And we've been waiting for it. This is our moment to draw a line in the sand and decide if we're going to be in or if we're going to watch. Or are we going to lead it? I mean, you can either watch it happen or you can be one of the leaders. And to do that, it's just like you said, get loud with your belief, get loud with your story, get loud with your excitement, talk about it, post about it, share it, be bold, let your energy spill over into every single conversation that you have with every single person that you come in contact with. And it's not the time to play small. It's the time to rise. It's the time to lead. It's the time to show the world of what's possible and what happens when passion meets purpose. And we can be the most united team in this entire company. This group right here, we maxed out the Zoom. I cannot even believe it. Let's just get united. Let's get bold. Let's get loud, and let's go make history. And I'm here for it, and I'm excited. We thank you so much, Sarah. Just put your seatbelts on, people, because it's about to blast off. I am ready for it. So we thank you.
And I just say, you guys, why not you? Why not you? It's going to be somebody that the next executive is coming right out of this group, right? The next ambassador is coming right out of this group. It could be you, and there's no reason it can't. And how I know that is that I was a poor not self-confidence. I had no self-esteem. I had nothing. I had nothing going for me when I started network marketing, but it changed my life. And this can change yours too. It's just exactly what Melissa said. If you will just get in the space of posture and just let it spill out. Talk about it everywhere. Ask everyone. Don't be scared to talk to anybody, because the reality is no is always a no if you don't ask, right? But it could be a yes. And what if it could be yes? And here's the thing. The people that are scared about peptides right now, when they start to see your journey or they start to see your customers' journeys, if it's maybe not a choice for you right now, they will change their mind. My family did too. And 420 plus pounds later, life changed for all of us. And so you have that power to change so many lives right now. By the way, the corporate team, the executives just texted me and said, please tell Melissa, team, Sheila, Bergs, everybody, Stacy, all of you guys, Steph, Jamie, all of your teams, hello, and that we love you guys. And we're so excited to watch your businesses explode.
Well, we love you too, and we're ready for it. Let's go, people. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.